Hi everybody, welcome to the second of this 3 video series. So what we're going to practice today is 4-beat yoga in a way that is accessible for really hopefully everybody. 4-beat yoga is a vinyasa style of yoga, but the main point of it is that the music is mixed at a tempo that means that if you breathe in time with the music, so you sync your breath to the beat and you move in time with that as well, then you should come out of the practice, well I do anyway, feeling basically calm and energized, which generally feels pretty good and is a good reason to try it. What we did in our first video, the first class, was practice the basis of the vinyasa flow practice a few times. So we tried sun salutations and I gave you a few suggestions as to different ways that you can practice sun salutations, ways that might work for kind of a lot of different bodies. I also made the point then, and this is still valid, that this practice is yours. So I don't know how you're going to feel in any of these poses. I don't know how your body's going to feel. That's only you. So whilst I can be your guide here and give you choices and give you guidance on how the poses should feel or feel for me, it's going to be up to you how you practice this. So you might need to try things a little bit and work out what works and what doesn't, and that's all part of it. Today we're moving on from sun salutations. We'll do a couple. But what we are going to focus on is some basic standing poses. So warrior 1, warrior 2, and triangle pose, because they're really the poses that you will see taught most often in most yoga classes, be they vinyasa classes or not. So it's good to know a few different ways of practicing them. So to start with, let's start seated. So if you want to sit in a chair or need to sit in a chair, do that. If you want or need to sit on the floor with your legs crossed or straight out in front of you or any way that's comfortable, do that. Doesn't matter. What does matter is that you can sit with your spine as straight as possible. So if that means, well, if you're on a chair, what that might mean is you might want to pull your glutes back, sit on the front of your sit bones, and then lift your spine. If you're sitting on the floor, you might want to take some blocks just to lift yourself up. Once you've found a comfortable seat, bring your hands on your legs any way you want to and close your eyes. Now with your eyes closed, let your legs just fall out, heavy. Relax them, let them go. With your legs heavy, feel your sit bones anchoring you. Let your pelvis ground you onto the floor, the blocks, the chair. And then use that to lengthen your spine. So lift your spine up out of your pelvis as much as you can. So you can feel your side body lengthening. Almost try and hollow your armpits. Feel the lift. With that, try and relax your traps. So relax the top of your shoulders, let them just drop down. And then lengthen the backs of your ears towards the ceiling. So the crown of your head moves directly over your tailbone. Sitting like this, just check in with yourself, physically, mentally, emotionally. Notice how you are. And then start to observe your breath. So observe the inhale. Notice if there's a pause, and then notice the exhale and the pause. Notice the quality of your breath. Notice its tone, notice its feeling. Is it slow, calm, relaxed? Is it a bit jerky and fast? Is there anything else about the breath that interests your mind? And now start to lengthen your breath. So breathing in for 4 and breathing out at your count for 4. Close your mouth, constrict the back of your throat, and breathe through your nose. Keep breathing in for 4 and breathing out for 4. Listen for the beat of the music. And then we're just going to practice again, visualizing ourselves moving as we breathe. So exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in and breathing out. Last breath in before we move, and exhale. Now visualize yourself standing at the front of the mat. Inhale, reaching your arms up, and then exhaling, folding yourself forward. Then imagine yourself coming up halfway, and then exhaling, placing your hands, stepping or floating back. And then imagine yourself doing a back bend, and exhale, downward facing dog. Then breathe in for 1, and exhale. Inhale for 2, and exhale. Inhale for 3, come onto tiptoes. And as you exhale, step or float forward. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, fold. Then inhale, reach your arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands down by your side, Tadasana. Just one Surya B, then we'll move into the practice. Bend your knees, reach your arms long, come to chair pose. Then exhale, fold it forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, come up halfway. And then exhale, place your hands, step or float back. Inhale, do your back bend. Exhale, down dog, bring your right foot forward for warrior 1 or low lunge. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands down, step it back, chaturanga or the floor. Then inhale, do any back bend you want. Exhale, down dog, left foot forward for a low lunge or warrior 1. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands down, step it back, chaturanga or the floor. Then inhale, do any back bend you want. And exhale, downward facing dog, 3 breaths. Breathing in for 1. And exhale. Inhale for 2. And exhale. Inhale for 3, come onto tiptoes. As you exhale, step or float forward in your mind. Inhale, lift your chest halfway. And exhale, fold. Then come back to your chair pose, again in your mind. And exhale, stand up. You're standing in your mountain pose. Nice, now open your eyes. And again, just check in with everything that we checked in with at the beginning. I'm going to switch the music off. And we're going to practice just 3 poses 3 different ways. So the first pose that you'll see in a lot of yoga flows is warrior 1. If you're standing doing your warrior 1, step your feet apart. You can make these as far back really or as far forward as you want to, it's your choice. Classically, you would have your front big toe pointing forward, and then you bend your front knee to bring your thigh parallel to the mat. The back leg is straight. You can have the heel up, making it a high lunge. You can have the heel turned down, making it a more traditional warrior one. Personally, I prefer a high lunge. You can do this pose without the arms. You can do it with the arms. If you want to reach the arms up, go for it. You can bring the palms together. You can have your arms apart. Warrior one. Press the back thigh to the sky. Keep dropping your tailbone down to the floor and reach your fingertips up as high as you can. Okay, so that's your classic warrior one if you were doing it standing. You might, however, want to use a chair, perhaps for your arms, if you don't want to do the arm actions, or just to give your legs a bit of extra support, which I do need sometimes. So if you want to do it like this, you can bring the chair in front of you. You can either hold the seat of the chair, you could even bring your hands a bit further up, turn the chair around, hold the backrest, whatever works. Again, bring your legs apart, come to your high lunge, or to your warrior one foot, your choice. Press into the mat, into the chair using your hands, and just work the leg actions. So here, work to bend your front knee so it's parallel to the mat. Work to lift your back thigh up as high as you can, and see if you can work to scissor the legs together. So you're dragging your back big toe towards your front inner heel. If you action the pose like this, you're going to feel it in your legs, but it's going to take some of the intensity out of it. That's your second option. Third option for warrior one is to do it seated. So you sit down, ground your sit bones like we did at the beginning, and then just work the arms. So reach your arms up as high as you can. Activate your fingertips, touch your shoulders to your ears. And then you can try different arm positions. You can bring your palms together, lift. You can move your arms apart and lift. Work out what feels best in your shoulders and what feels right for you. And with this, pull your ribs in as well and work to lift your spine as high as you can. It can be pretty intense just focusing on the arm actions. Next pose, warrior two. If you're traditionally going to be doing your warrior two, you would bend your front thigh to 90 degrees, turn your back toes in a little bit, bring your arms out wide. Same principles really as warrior one. You're working to drop your tailbone down as low as you can so your front thigh moves parallel to the mat. And then you want to straighten your back leg, so press it back as far as you can while you reach out with your fingertips. If that's too much on the legs, you can do your warrior two on a chair pretty easily. So sit down. Bring your right leg out to the right. Wrong way, I think. Let me work this out. So you sit down on the chair. The right leg comes out to the right. There, the left leg comes out to the left. So you have to have your front thigh over the side of the chair. Press the back of the left foot into the mat. Press the left thigh back. And again, drag the legs together, reach the arms out wide, look over your right fingertips. There's your warrior two on a chair. So that's there for you if you want to do it. Next pose would be triangle pose. Again, same two options really. Standing. Blocks are fantastic as props for this. If you don't have a yoga block, you can grab a book. That works perfectly as well. Bring the block down outside your foot. Make it as high as you need to be able to press into it. Bring your legs out wide, turn your back toe in, point your front toe forward. You'll notice here, because I've got a prosthetic foot, it's basically impossible to bring my toe down to the mat. Doesn't matter, I can't feel it, no one's gonna notice. There are no actions going on in this leg anyway, really, apart from in my thigh. So don't worry about that. Reach your top arm up to the sky, and with the legs, again, almost work to scissor them towards each other. So drag your front heel towards your back inner foot, and then drag your back foot forward while you press the outside of your back foot down. Then you press into the block, lengthen your spine, reach your left fingertips up to the sky. That's your traditional Trikonasana, triangle pose. Second option, again, is to try your triangle pose on chairs. So For this, you might want to use, actually, a couple of chairs. Let's see. So just like your warrior two, you can bring your right leg out to the right, bring your left leg out to the left. This time you can see if you can straighten your right leg. You have to work harder here to lift yourself, but the chair is still helping. Bring your right hand down to your shin, reach your left arm up to the sky. You're in your triangle pose. Another option, if that's too much, is to take a chest, to take another chair, press into the chair with your bottom arm, keep lifting with your top arm. So they're your three poses, and there are a few different ways of trying them. Play around with them, work out what works best for you, and see how you go. And what we're going to do now is just, for a quick 10 minutes, another flow. So we'll flow to the beat of the music, we'll do a few sun salutations, and then we'll do a few of these standing poses, so that you get to feel it before we close and have a nice shavasana, which is often always the best part of the practice. So stand at the top of your mat and breathe. Inhale and exhale. 2, 3, 4. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4. And breathing out. 2, 3, 4. And exhale. Last breath in. And last breath out. Then inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, come up halfway, look forward. Then exhale, place your hands. Come all the way down to the floor or chaturanga. Inhale, any back bend you want. And then exhale, downward facing dog, 3 breaths. Breathing in for 1. And exhale. Inhale for 2, and exhale. Inhale for 3, tiptoes. The end of the exhale, bend your knees, you can step or float it forward. Inhale, come up halfway, halfway lift, and exhale, fold it forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, legs strong, arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. And then exhale, hands down by your side, Tadasana. Now go to chair pose, Utkatasana. So bend your knees, reach your fingertips long. And then exhale, fold it forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, come up halfway. And then exhale, step or float back. Come to a low push-up or to the floor. Inhale, do any back bend you want. And then exhale, down dog, right foot forward for warrior 1. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands down, step it back, come to a low push-up or the floor. Inhale, any back bend you want. And then exhale, down dog, left foot forward for warrior 1. Inhale, come up. Exhale, step it back, low push-up or the floor. Inhale, any back bend, squeeze your glutes. And then exhale, downward facing dog, 3 breaths. Breathing in for 1. And exhale. Inhale for 2, push through your hands. And exhale, press your heels back as much as you can. Inhale for 3, come onto tiptoes. And then as you exhale, lift your belly to your spine, step or float forward. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, fold it forward. Chair pose, Utkatasana. And then exhale, stand up, Tadasana. Nice, now stand in the middle of the mat, facing the long side. Bring your hands to prayer. And then touch your fingertips towards each other. Jump your feet out wide. Turn your right foot out, turn your left foot in. Bend your right knee to 90 degrees, lift your arms up. You're in warrior 1. Take a breath in here. And a breath out. Inhale, keep dropping your tailbone down. And then exhale, keep pressing the outside of your back foot into the mat. All the heels lifted, lift the thigh. Last breath in here. And last breath out. Then come back to center, turn the left foot out, turn the right foot in. Warrior one on the left side. Same thing, drop the tailbone, front thigh parallel to the mat. Keep pressing the back thigh back. Oh, I just did warrior two. Keep dropping the tailbone down. Keep reaching the fingertips high. Even the best of us forget. Take one more breath in here. And one more breath out. Nice, then come back to center, arms out wide. And go for your warrior two. So do it standing on a chair, whatever works for you. Drop the tailbone. That's it, arms out wide. Breathing in, drag the feet together. And breathing out. Then come back to center. Change sides, warrior two on the other side. Look over your front fingers. Squeeze your glutes towards each other. Take one more breath in. And one more breath out. Nice, then back to center. Come for triangle pose, Trikonasana. So use the chair as a support. Reach the arms out, lengthen your spine. Bring your right hand to your right shin, reach your left arm to the sky. 3 breaths, breathing in. And breathing out. Inhale for 2, lengthen the crown of the head forward. Reach the left fingertips as high as you can. Last breath in here. And last breath out. Then come back to center. Come to Trikonasana on the other side. Same thing. Start by lengthening towards your front leg. Then bring your hand down, press into your shin, press into a chair, press into something. And then use that to lengthen the left side of your body. While the left shoulder blade presses down, the right fingertips reach high. 2 more breaths, breathing in. And breathing out. Last breath in here. And last breath out. Then come back to center. Come up. Bring your hands to prayer. And then you can step or jump your feet back together, whatever works. Get rid of any props if you want to. Keep breathing wherever you are. Then take a breath in, reach your arms up. Take a breath out, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, step or float back, come to the floor, chaturanga, whatever your version is. Do your back bend, squeeze your glutes as much as you can. Come to your down dog, push through your hands as much as you can. Take a breath in here, come onto your tiptoes. And then everyone come to lying down or seated, whatever works. And breathe. Let your feet drop out. Let the palms of your hands reach towards the sky. Bring your shoulder blades together, close your eyes, and just come to your Shavasana. Let go of your practice this time. Now as you lie in your Shavasana, I want you to check in with yourself. That was just a really short practice. There was a lot of experimentation going on, a lot of options. See if you can drop all that busyness in your mind now. Drop the breath and just notice what shift you've had as a result of the practice. Remember back to how you felt when we started this. And then notice how you are now. Find the good in your body. And really take it into yourself. So that as you go through your day to day, as you go through the rest of your week, you know you're always going to have that place of good to come back to. You know that you've always got the power yourself to shift your state. That's always your choice, even in the midst of the craziness. Now bring your hands, come up to seated any way you want to. If you want to roll over to one side, use your arm as a pillow, do that. Whenever you get to seated in any comfortable position, bring your hands together in front of your heart, or leave them onto your legs, whatever. And then inhale, lift to the top of your chest. Exhale, bow your head to your prayer, and bow the prayer down to the ground with gratitude for this practice and all our teachers.